Because whether it's poverty or racism, the uninsured or the unemployed, war or peace, the challenges we face today are not simply technical problems in search of the perfect 10-point plan. They are moral problems rooted in societal indifference and individual callousness, in the imperfections of man, the cruelties of man towards man. We have to reach in to ourselves. There's a spiritual dimension to the work that we do. So long as we're not doing everything in our personal and collective power to solve them, we know the conscience of our nation cannot rest. Our conscience can't rest so long as 37 million Americans are poor and forgotten by their leaders in Washington. We need to heed the biblical call to care for the least and lift the poor out of despair. That's why it's not just a policy issue when we fight to expand the earned income tax credit and the minimum wage. It's a moral issue. If you're working 40 hours a week, you should not be living in poverty. It was a creed written into the founding documents that declared the destiny of a nation. Yes, we can. It was whispered by slaves and abolitionists as they blazed a trail towards freedom through the darkest of nights. Yes, we can. It was sung by immigrants as they struck out from distant shores and pioneers who pushed westward against an unforgiving wilderness. Yes, we can. It was the call of workers who organized, women who reached for the ballot, a president who chose the moon as our new frontier, and a king who took us to the mountaintop and pointed the way to the promised land. Yes, we can to justice and equality, and equality, and equality. We cannot walk alone, the preacher cried. And as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead. We cannot turn back. America, we cannot turn back. Not with so much work to be done, not with so many children to educate and so many veterans to care for, not with an economy to fix and cities to rebuild and farms to save, not with so many families to protect and so many lives to mend. America, we cannot turn back. We cannot walk alone. At this moment, in this election, we must pledge once more to march into the future. Let us keep that promise, that American promise, and in the words of Scripture, hold firmly, without wavering, to the hope that we confess. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
My final White House Correspondents' Dinner by just saying thank you. I'm very proud of what you've done. It has been an honor and a privilege to work side by side with you to strengthen our democracy. And with that, I just have two more words to say. Obama out.